You know, you hear a lot of talk about the Space Center, and they go, well, the uh, the Navy SEALs they guard the Space Center. I don't know if you guys knew that, but we're talking about NIV SEALs. The New International Version SEALs. You go, but that's like proper education. They gotta know about a little bit of the Indian culture. And they go, what is the Indian culture? Well, the Indians, they cared about the land. Why did they care about the land? I mean, these days, who cares about the land, right? Well, why did the Indians care about the land? People hear that and they go, a lot of people might say, I don't know, you know? And other people are like, well, it's common sense. If they care about the land, they care about the people, because you got to have enough crops to feed the people, where you don't have starvation and stuff. So I want to teach you a little bit about the gambling laws. They're not the same in every state, but at the farthest reaches of America, right, the United States, you go, there's Florida. You only have Indian gambling casinos. Why do you only have Indian gambling casinos in the state of Florida? Well, it's because we've got a lot of people from all over the world that come to see Florida with the Disney Magic Kingdom, Busch Gardens, Wet and Wild water parks, we got the gambling casinos, Indian gambling casinos, and we've got a lot of culture and history, Now, I want you to think about that, When you see these people, they go in and they go, well, rich people want to invest in the future, And then they go, well, here's a bunch of money, invest it in this, let's see what you can do. And they go, oh, it didn't pan out. It must be like like a panhandle of Florida, Yeah, it's like a test zone. It's just, see the state of Florida, we're trying out all this new culture, education stuff, so we got to keep a check on that, So it's like, they go, hey, here's all this money invested in a new education system. Let's see what we can do, A lot of states did that, And he goes, what about these Indian gambling casinos? Everybody hears about this, and it's like, well, that was so long ago that we took those lands from the Indians and said, did you see the deserts they left behind? They go, it's probably why they got Indian gambling casinos. When rich people go in there and they lose money, they're not losing money. They're investing so the Indians can repair the lands. And then people now, they go, well, they never taught us that in high school. Never taught us that in middle school. It's just, did you talk to some of those Indians? Some of them are like environmentalists, They go, hey, you see that environmental agency? They're trying to figure out how to fix the environment. That's basically like Indians, So they go, you mean those Indian gambling casinos? Yeah. Can you imagine? You got these poor people, they're so desperate and hungry and starving, they take their last bit of money and they go into a gambling casino, spend all the money they got trying to get them more money, and they go, now we don't have anything, It's like God saying, hey, can you value what you had? And they go, well, we see the rich people go in there, and rich people are like, hey, we don't need the poor people money. We got plenty of money. We're trying to figure out how to make things better. So they go into a gambling casino and say, hey, Indian gambling casino. It's an Indian gambling casino. Okay, so the Indians, they care about the land? So they're trying to make more crops and different technologies to fix and repair the land so people got food and places to stay and stuff like that. And plus, it's reparations for all those lands that were destroyed over the wars, or the civil wars, and everything else. Well, that sounds like a good idea. But I don't want to just throw my money away. I want to invest in something. And they go, well, we make it fun for them. Sometimes they invest and sometimes they don't. They get some money back. So that way, it kind of says, hey, it's like God saying, hey, sometimes you invest and it pays off, and these ideas, they work in a community, and then works in fixing the planet and everything else, and sometimes they don't. So here's some return on your investment. Now go somewhere else and invest in their community and see what happens. Like the Indians used to migrate and stuff. So just a little bit of history. Hey, you want to go down and try your luck at the casino? Hey, plan a vacation. Go have some fun. See the sights, and while you're there, learn a little bit about the Indian culture. Things like that, and you go through the community and stuff, and see what surprising adventures they have. For tourists. For educational tourism, and then they go, man, what an idea! And I says, well, if you just go in there and you say, hey, if you poor family, we don't need your money, okay? But if you're on a vacation, you want to have some fun, and I see in some places they say, hey, you got a gambling problem? Call this number. Stop, throwing all your money away. We don't need your money. Rich people come here and invest. And it's like then sometimes when the poor people come in, they spend a little bit of money and they get a bunch of money back, and that's it. Vacationers. You go, okay, so poor people, they go on vacation, educational tourism, and they go in and maybe they get some of their vacation money back, they spend a little, plan, hey, I'm going to spend this much, and that's it. They make movies about that. They says, hey, you're going to do this in Vegas, you're going to do this and this, and then, hey, you're going to spend this much money, that's it. If you get more money back, great. Hey, take your winnings and go, You spend it all again, and then you don't get anything back, you're like, that's your fault, not ours. So that's what some of the stuff is. So it's like, rich people, they go to these places and they invest, and then they go, man, so they got money, they got ideas, and they start building something, start expanding in their communities. And then there's rich people that come back and they say, whoa, now we have people we can do business with, you know because it's like the rich people, they talk to the small businesses, and it's like the small businesses have no idea how these big, 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 super big corporations, work. So the big corporations are kind of like they watch over the good people. So they go in there and they say, oh, invest in this and this, and that company take off, that company take off. Hey, there's some good people there, man. Hey, hey, go talk to these people. It's sort of like, you know, agents for agencies. And you go, man, it really makes sense. Why do you think in the Bible it says, do not gamble your money away? They say, hey, you got your money changers and stuff in the churches and the peoples. You know, you can't change money. Okay? So when I hear about this cryptocurrency and this Bitcoin stuff and untraceable money, so money disappear, nobody find out where it goes, there's no insurance on it, it's not federally protected, and I go, man, didn't the Bible say don't gamble with your money? That's gambling, you see? That's gambling. And they go, man, I tell you what, you got cryptocurrency, that's money changers. When you look at the Bible, you start preaching the truth. What is a money changer? Well, we got in God we trust. That's the money. Then we got credit card systems, for credit, and it can be traced. It says, man, and then you say Bitcoin, you know, like a disappearing pirate black pearl, you know, money ship that just goes sink and it's gone, like hidden treasure. One day they snap their fingers and they say, oh, sorry about your luck, money's gone. Didn't you watch Pirates of the Caribbean, where they're biting a coin and it's a curse? You get it? And you guys want to put your real money in a cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and then where'd my money go? Well, you should have had federally protected money. We have money systems in the world that are already like been there for a long time. They established it a long time ago to keep the peace. And you start doing cryptocurrency stuff to destroy the world market and the world banking system to try and create wars between countries and stuff. Well, I got a big problem with that, and so do a lot of other Americans. So you go, well, you got to start teaching that new generation how things really work.